welcome back to part 2 of Edmodo. This time we're going to show you in Edmodo how to turn in an assignment and how to access online quizzes through Edmodo. Again, the Skyward tutorial will be posted soon, as soon as we get everybody back and we get a good chance to show everybody how to use and go into the assignments on Skyward. But going into Edmodo, we click on Edmodo. We head into our username and our password. Of course, I'm going to go ahead and use my son again and his password. And we log in. Now, when we log in, I've already went on and posted a couple assignments to this student's Edmodo account. Now again, when I send it out to all the entire hour. And now this entire 9th hour here that Isaiah, my son, is in, now in 9th hour, he's got two things that are due August 27th. And you can see here, due August 27th, August 27th. All assignments in Skyward are always going to be due at midnight. So that means on August 27th at midnight, that's when that's got to be due. It's got to be turned in at the end of that day. And if it says August 28th on it, then it is late. It is not going to be counted as full credit. It will be half off, and it'll lose a lot of points. A lot of the assignments and quizzes that we have, you have over about 2 days or more to finish and complete. Now let's go ahead and just take a look at one of these assignments. Now I get in here on my Ecology Essay. I look here and there's a little icon where it shows again the hand. When you see the hand, you see that it is time to turn in. So it's on here, and there I can click on turn in if I have it done. It shows me a little guidelines of what I need to do. 1-page paper, expository style, Times New Roman, font 12, double space. A lot of times I'll attach a file with a rubric on it that shows you a little more detailed than what I have here. But just for purposes, this will just show you how to do this. So now, let's say I have in my library, I need to go into my library. I go to my backpack. I say, okay, I've got that file. I'm going to upload this file. Let's say it's right here. Let's say it's this one right here. We did this one before. Let's say I upload this file in there. So there's the file. That's the assignment that I have. It's in there. I've uploaded it. I'm going to now add it to my backpack. Now, once this is in my backpack, there's my assignment. I can now go back to my home page. I can turn in from there as well. But I'm going to go ahead and go this way, because this way is a lot easier for students to see it, because you can see this turn in. It'll say turn in and show it as a past tense, show that you've finished that. So now I click on turn in. Now it sends me to this screen. Notice again, it just tells me what the assignment is. Ecology Essay, due August 27th, 2012, all those things. Now I can type a response in here if I want. It could be something as finished. Maybe it's something like did not understand question 2. Something of this nature. We could put different things in here depending on the assignment. You could put different types of responses. Any of those things will work. It'll be fine. You don't even have to put a response, but if you feel like you need to kind of talk about a few things, that's fine. Then I got to go to attach. I go to file. I can attach the file from my computer doing it this way, or I can just go into my library. Now since I put this into my library, there it is right there. I click on it, I attach it, and now we see it right here. Let's say that was the wrong file. Oh no, I clicked the wrong one. I just go to the red X and it's gone. And now I can go back into my library and find the right file. Of course, there's only one file in here. I click on it and I attach it. So now that it's attached, I click on turn in the assignment. Once I click on turn in the assignment, it's going to tell me now that this is turned in. It says turned in by me, finished, and then all this right here. And you can even view it. You can download it once again if you're not on the same computer. If you get a chance to go in your assignment page, you'll see that this is there. Let's say for some reason you did it the wrong way, and you go, oh no, there's still time, I can resubmit this. You click on resubmit the assignment, and it takes you right back to this again. And then you can go ahead and click on the library, find the file that you need, attach, and you can turn it in. You can resubmit as many times as you want. One thing to keep in mind, every time you resubmit, it does give me the file each time. So I will get to see every single file you turn into me. Even if you make changes to it or if it's the wrong file, it'll show me exactly what you turned in each time. So I'll know maybe you turned in the wrong thing and you resubmit it and turn in the right thing. But it does keep a very good track record of that. And again, here at the very end, you can add a comment to it if you need to. You don't have to. You can. And notice up in the corner, it says waiting for grade. Again, then I'll go ahead and click on home, go back to home to navigate back to the home page. And now look what it says. It's got a check mark next to it. Makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside, saying turned in. So now it's turned in. I'm waiting for the grade. I click on grades. I go to my 9th hour class, and it's saying Ecology Essay, waiting. So I'm waiting for that grade to come out and waiting for it to be showing me that it's done. Now sometimes throughout the course of the year, there are times where I won't grade it here in Edmodo. There's times where I will go ahead and just grade it straight in Skyward. That's why I told you in the last tutorial, in Edmodo, I do not take a grade from Edmodo. It's always going to be in Skyward. Your final grade, your overall grade, will always be in Edmodo. So that's something to or in Skyward. I'm sorry, excuse me. That's always going to be in Skyward, your final grade. Edmodo is just a place where we turn it in so I can see and grade. Many times I will try to put a grade on there so you can see what you got on it. And if not, you can go to Skyward and you can see in Skyward the Ecology Essay. That'll be posted with the grade there. Now I go back to my home page. I look in here, and again I can go click on my assignments. There's my assignments turned in 21 minutes ago. I could put a reply on there. Let's go back into another thing that's on here. Notice notifications. These over here are always going to be your notification of what's coming up. What haven't you done? And then whenever I finish everything, it'll say, hey, that's cool, nothing new. So now down here, there's a question mark. It says take a quiz. A lot of the quizzes in Edmodo are timed. That means you are given a certain time length. Sometimes it can be as little as 15 minutes. Sometimes you can have the whole day to do it. If it's a time quiz, I will let you know that, and I will put it in here and let you know that, hey, it's a time quiz. So that means you need to block off that amount of time for this quiz. Don't do it when you're extremely busy. Don't do it when you have things or chores you have to do. Do it when you have a block of time that you need to get this done, and make sure you get it done in the right time. Because if you forget, it will cut you off, and I'll grade whatever you do not have finished. And that will not result in a very good grade. Now let me go ahead and click on the Take the Quiz. I click on the Sky Quiz. Again, says my time limit. I have 1 hour on this time quiz. Now granted, it's only one question. Now at this point, if I go ahead and back page, then it's not going to start the quiz for me, and I'll still be able to go into it. But once I click start this quiz, I will have 1 hour. If I don't complete this in this hour, then it will shut it down for me, and I will not have access to it anymore. So you got to be very careful when you start your quizzes, and make sure you don't start them when you don't have time available to do so. So I'm going to go ahead and start the quiz. Again, it's one question. What color is the sky? A, blue, B, purple. You go ahead and you make your selection. Sometimes they're multiple choice, sometimes they're essay. Let's go ahead and I make my choice. Again, it keeps the timer right over here, how much time you have left. And then I go ahead and I submit my quiz. It's right up here in the right corner. I'm done because there's only one question. There's no more questions. It says 1 of 1 completed, and I submit my quiz. Are you sure? It always does this. It always asks you, are you sure you want to end the quiz? And I say yes. I go in, and there it is. You've completed 1 of 1 questions. Now I can view my results automatically, and I got 1 out of 1 point. So I got the question right. So I've completed the quiz, and now I can study the results on the left, and there it is. And I would be able to go through each question and show me which ones I got wrong and go from there. Now, again, this grade will show up in Edmodo here when it's a quiz that's already given, and it'll be transferred into Skyward eventually as well. So I go back to my home page. Notice now I've got a check mark under this assignment, the quiz, and the ecology essay showing me it's turned in, and my notifications say it's cool, nothing new, and I know I've got everything completed. Now, again, I can take a post, just kind of retouch on what we talked about in the last one. I can send a post back to Mr. Ware and say all done. Again, you do not have to do this. I'm just showing you that it does send me the email, and I send it, and you should see here very shortly I sent it. It says all done in the bottom right corner. My email's already up and running and loaded, and it's give me a notification saying, hey, this has been sent to you, saying all done. So all this in Edmodo is really a collaboration tool that we use in our class. It's a great way for us to communicate. We do a lot of online discussions in class, and we get more students participating this way than the conventional raise your hand method, because a lot of kids are afraid to speak. But when you're able to type it out and then talk and read what other people are saying, and if they have a question, some students are afraid to ask. So they can ask me personally, and it goes to my email, and no one else will know that they're sending me an email and sending me this question, so I can go and quietly talk to them, or I can send a response back to them in Edmodo. Again, this is our tool that we use in class. It's our tool we use outside of class to communicate with one another. And this is going to be a big tool that we are going to use throughout the year. So I hope this helps clarify a few things and clean a few things up in Edmodo. And again, like I said, everything that's on here, I am in total control of this. So students, you're not going to be able to do certain things in Edmodo that you would think that you'd get away with. Any kind of negative or any of those types of talks, those things will be disciplined, and basically your computer access can be shut off with the abuse of using Edmodo for any other purpose other than science or educational purpose. So that concludes our Edmodo for now. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to send me an email, or just send me an Edmodo once your students get that up and running.